So this is going to be my first book review in a long time because I just didn't really have time, but I'm trying. So I just finished listening to the audiobook of What I Talk About When I Talk About Running by Haruki Murakami. I really liked it. I had run for a while before, not much, but I had gotten to the stage where I could comfortably run about 4K without really stopping and without having too much trouble. My running partner moved to Germany though, so I really haven't run very much lately. It's hard, and I really enjoy it when I do it. Well, no, that's not true. I really enjoy it afterwards. The endorphins are great. I love stretching afterwards, but the breathing while it happens, it's so hard. Reading this book really made me want to run again, which is awesome. Haruki Murakami's book is non-fiction, and it's kind of an autobiography of his experience with running. So he starts speaking about his life before and how he owned a jazz bar with his wife and he ran it, and then he decided that he wanted to write, and as his writing got better and he got popular and he decided that's what he wanted to do, he decided to change his lifestyle and he started running because he wanted to be able to live longer, to write for longer, which I thought was beautiful. I hadn't read any of his books before, and I love him. He's a great individual. It's kind of how I felt. Well, it's not quite how I felt about Richard Feynman, because I really love Richard Feynman. But yeah, I like being able to see into a person's life. I thought that was great. I didn't necessarily agree with everything he said, because I don't see myself mostly surviving on a diet of rice and fish, because I like food and I like cheese and I like chocolate and all of those delicious things, especially carbs, so I don't really see myself eating like he does, which is unfortunate. I should really eat more like I did when I lived in France, which was a lot of vegetables, not as many carbs as I do now, a little bit of cheese and a little bit of chocolate, but it's just so easy to eat excessively when you can. This book has, I'm not going to say it's changed my life, because it hasn't really, but it's very good. I really want to run more. I made a list of 10 things I wanted to do this year, and being able to run a 10K was one of them, so I'm really gonna try to do that too. I really admire his determination. One of the things he speaks about in the book is the fact that he runs every day, every single day, and when he doesn't run for a day, because obviously you're not going to be able to run every day, he makes up the distance on another day. So he's made this life where he has to run a ridiculous amount of miles per weeks, and it's amazing, and I wish I had the same determination, and I don't really. But the one thing that I really took away from it is I spent a lot of time feeling bad about the fact that I put on weight when I was in college, and it's not going away as fast as I wish it were, especially when I'm not arse dieting or exercising. But the one thing he said is that he had put on weight before he became a runner, and he felt that that was lucky for him because he had started exercising young enough before he got old and before he'd have problems like losing bone density and losing muscle mass. And he said that people like him who put on weight easily should be thankful, because that meant that they would know early on that they needed to exercise, and that would be good for them when they were older, as opposed to people who eat a lot and stay skinny. They won't have that, mindset where they understand that they need to exercise, and they'll have problems like, getting old. He's really not old. He's in great shape. So yes, things that I have taken away from this book. Don't feel bad because you put on weight. Exercise and you'll feel better. Stop eating as much cheese, probably. All in all, I thought this book was very good, and I'm actually going to give it 5 stars out of 5 because I really think that it's something that you should read. If you have any sort of interest in running, it would be great. If you don't have any interest in running, it would still be great, because I think he's an amazing person. In terms of the audiobook, Murakami wasn't actually reading it himself, but I really enjoyed the reader. I can't remember who it was at the time. I will put a link down there to the version that I listened to. There's probably only one actually. And yes, I really like the audiobook format, and I actually listened to it while I was running a bit. Unfortunately, the bit that I was listening to when I was running was him discussing the fact that he wasn't kind to his knees and he was having a really bad knee problem. And I have knee problems because I have granny knees. So that wasn't really, you know, the good motivator that I thought it was going to be. But I really think that I should listen to it again, especially when I'm feeling demotivated about exercise. I hope you enjoyed my review, and if you have any books that you would like to recommend, please comment below. Bye!